Human progress depends on experimentation. Every vaccine, every surgical breakthrough, every technological leap began as a test. Experimentation itself is not the danger. The danger begins when curiosity loses its conscience, when ambition moves faster than ethics, when human beings are reduced to data points. In this video, we examine 5 experiments that crossed the line, where science caused harm instead of healing. Welcome. You are watching BK Ranks. Let's begin. Number 5. The Tuskegee Syphilis Study. In 1932, the United States Public Health Service began a study in Alabama involving 600 black men. Many were poor and had limited access to health care. They were told they would receive free medical treatment. They were not told the truth. Researchers were studying the natural progression of syphilis. The goal was to observe what would happen if the disease went untreated. In the 1940s, penicillin became a proven cure for syphilis. The men were never informed. Treatment was deliberately withheld for decades. Wives became infected. Children were born with congenital syphilis. Many died from preventable complications. The study continued until 1972, when it was exposed to the public. The result was national outrage. New research ethics laws were created. Institutional review boards became mandatory, but policies cannot instantly repair broken trust. The legacy of Tuskegee still influences conversations about race, medicine, and consent. It stands as a reminder that withholding care can be as harmful as causing disease. Number 4. Operation Sea Spray. In 1950, during the Cold War, the United States Navy conducted a classified experiment over San Francisco. Ships released bacteria into the coastal air to measure how vulnerable a large city would be to a biological attack. Residents were not informed. Shortly after the test, hospitals recorded a spike in rare bacterial infections. At least one person died. Officials later argued that the bacteria were believed to be harmless. But the central issue was not only medical risk, it was consent. Operation Sea Spray raised a lasting ethical question. Can a government justify exposing its own population to risk in the name of national security? Before we continue, if you value deep, research-driven breakdowns of history's most controversial events, subscribe to BK Ranks and turn on notifications. Content like this takes time and investigation, and your support helps keep it going. Number 3. Project MK Ultra. During the Cold War, the Central Intelligence Agency launched a secret program to explore mind control and behavior modification. Under MK Ultra, experiments were conducted using LSD and other psychological techniques. Many subjects were unaware they were participating. Drugs were administered without informed consent. Some participants experienced severe psychological trauma. In one known case, a scientist named Frank Olson died after being secretly dosed. In the 1970s, congressional investigations uncovered fragments of the program. However, many MK Ultra records had already been destroyed. The public learned only part of the story. MK Ultra remains a warning about secrecy and power. When oversight disappears, ethical boundaries weaken, and when documentation is erased, accountability becomes difficult. Number 2. The Chernobyl Disaster. In 1986, engineers at the Chernobyl nuclear power plant conducted a safety test. They intended to evaluate how the reactor would respond during a power outage. Design flaws in the reactor, combined with human error, triggered a massive power surge. An explosion destroyed Reactor 4. Radioactive material was released into the atmosphere. Firefighters and plant workers responded without fully understanding the level of radiation exposure. Some absorbed fatal doses within minutes. Nearby communities were evacuated. Entire neighborhoods were abandoned. The city of Pripyat remains largely uninhabited. Chernobyl reshaped global nuclear safety policies. International standards were tightened, but the human cost cannot be reversed. It demonstrated how complex systems require not only technical expertise, but humility and transparency. Number 1. Unit 731. During World War II, the Imperial Japanese Army operated a covert biological warfare unit known as Unit 731. Under the cover of medical research, prisoners were subjected to extreme human experimentation. Victims were deliberately infected with deadly diseases. Biological weapons were tested on living subjects. Surgical procedures were performed without anesthesia. Thousands are believed to have died. This was not a chaotic accident. It was organized and institutional. Trained doctors and scientists participated. After the war, many involved reportedly avoided prosecution in exchange for sharing research data. Unit 731 forces a difficult reflection. Education does not guarantee morality. Scientific skill does not guarantee compassion. Without ethical limits, knowledge can become a tool of harm. These 5 events differ in scale and context, but they share common elements: secrecy, power imbalance, lack of consent, absence of accountability. Modern research ethics, informed consent, oversight committees, transparency laws exist because these lines were crossed. Science has the power to heal and improve lives, but progress without ethics is not advancement, it is repetition. If you want more deeply researched breakdowns like this, subscribe to BK Ranks and join the community. Because understanding history is one way to prevent it from repeating itself.